Hi familia, this is Jana here, and I wanted to discuss the difference between integrative healing and instant healing, like miracles or quantum leaping. And my take on it, as I've been studying the healing journey on my own path, and I find a lot of value in miracle healing, but I also know that it takes integrative ways of being to really integrate that miracle. And I think that's something that's not really discussed as in-depthly in the healing world, because I think there's a lot to do with the destination as opposed to the journey, and that which comes back to patience, and how it is really challenging to be focused on something or working on something or trying to heal something and constantly feel like, oh, there's all these other things happening and it's not happening the way I want it to work. And I really do believe that healing is a process that takes time. And I believe that the more that we create foundation around our healing, that we are better able to actually make those changes within our lives, to actually have things change externally. But especially, when we have like really profound experiences happen to us, and we have like these really deep realizations or really deep healings, or, something within us has like this drastic change, and we're all excited. We're like, oh my gosh, like rising like the phoenix, like I'm like a totally different person, like I'm reborn. And I think that holds a lot of value. However, I really do believe that if you don't integrate this new way of being, that a lot of times you can just go back into the old patterns. And yeah, you'll have that understanding, you'll have that realization, but you're still acting a certain way, you're still moving a certain way. And I definitely think you can make progress in this way. However, I believe that when we really take accountability for, okay, like I had this really profound experience and now I really want to create a foundational understanding within my mind, body, and spirit, and I'm going to take these herbs or create this ritual or do this meditation, or make sure I, write in my journal, or I go on a walk, or I make plans to slowly change these patterns so that I can live from a integrative place in my life, and not from a place of, oh, I think I'm aware, I think I know all these things because I had this realization, but you're not actually grounding that into reality. And I do believe that you can heal miraculously, and I do believe in quantum leaping, quantum jumping, and that miracles can happen. But but for me on my path, I have found that I really need to integrate things into my life slowly and take the steps. And by creating that foundation, I believe that we can really actually make those changes and do that healing on a grand level. And a lot of times it happens subtly. Like, these changes are really subtle, but it needs to be conscious. It needs to be aware. You can't just be like, oh, I had this transformational experience and now I'm gonna just like act like I know everything, but still treat everyone the same way, as if that like cancels it out. And it's like, no, that's not integrated. You need to slowly incorporate what you learned through that powerful transformational experience, and how can I turn that into a way of life, a way of living, not just a moment of having this transcendental experience, but like, how can I integrate this wholly in a wholesome way? And yeah, this is just a subject that I've been feeling into, and really through a lot of the healing work I've done, I've noticed that when I do these subtle things in my life, each action creates this concrete, or not even concrete, but like embodiment of realization. And that is way more real for me than, yes, I love having like experiences that like push me to my boundary and force me to make that change or to have that understanding. But for me, on a foundational level, I feel like when we can incorporate that like powerful experience into like our day-to-day life, that can be so transformative and can transform our lives, the lives around us. And because we're like healing on a foundational basis, I believe that that is what is going to lead us to a more solid foundation in ourselves, in our community, in our families, in our relationships. And and the more that we just like take those small steps and changes incrementally and make it like very natural and real for the way that we live and like our routines and our ritual, and we can really, all of a sudden, time goes by and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm like living this way that I have been wanting to live, and it's just happening second nature to me, or third nature. And so I really just want to encourage people to really take into consideration how they can integrate their healing experiences and integrate a healing lifestyle by incorporating plants, incorporating nature, incorporating meditation, incorporating quiet time, incorporating creating sacred space, cleanliness, cleaning our home, our body, our mind, our spirit, and that it's just a very multidimensional thing, and that the mind can be powerful, and we want to use it as a tool, and it is helpful. And if we use it in the right way, we can really create strong foundational growing and healing. And it's not so much like, oh, I'm making all these changes and then I just crash and I go back to the old ways. So that's kind of why I think integrative medicine, integrative healing is super important, because it's giving us this foundational awareness. And so the decisions and the changes that we're making are so connected to our soul and our purpose and our spirit, that we naturally come into this way of being. And it's like kind of like the balance between the mind and the body and the spirit. Like, sure, you can just like be super enlightened or have like these super enlightening experiences, but like, it's the journey, you know. And if you don't enjoy the journey, if you don't participate in the journey, if you don't take the steps to really integrate the journey, you're gonna be at the end of your life and be like, wow, I like wish that I really was present. I wish I took the time to really be with myself and be with the world around me and be with my loved ones. And I was just so focused on the destination and transcending and overcoming that I wasn't able to see the person I am slowly transforming and becoming the person I want to be by taking the tangible steps in my life to morph, to create and to transform into this like being that is fulfilling me and allowing me to be here, to be in the presence, to be in the natural time and space around me. So anyway, that is just my encouragement, and I'd love to hear other people's perspectives on their understanding of miraculous healing versus integrative healing. And I think that they're both valid. I think they both have high importance, and I think you really need both. You need to have those instantaneous moments when you're having like this miraculous aha moment, or you like understand yourself in a deep way, and then you actually take that knowledge, that information, and that visual, and you find a way to integrate it into your life, and so then we're actually living these magical lives, and life is magic, instead of, I need to get to the destination. Once I'm this, I'll be this. Once I'm this, I'm gonna be healed. And it's like, life is a journey of healing. Life is a journey of experience. Life is a journey of transformation. Life is a journey of love. Life is a journey of so many things. So I just want to encourage everyone to take those small steps in their life, and knowing that just every small step could be a life-changing experience, and it doesn't have to be this huge change in your life to really have a spiritual experience here on earth, sky, and stars, and space. And anyway, so glad to connect and share my thoughts, my perspective, and encourage others to enjoy this healing experience of life, and enjoy the process, and enjoy all those moments when, things aren't going your way, or things are going your way, but like, it's all part of the journey. So many blessings to you on your journey, and we'll see you in the future. Thank you. Bless.